Right. Well, that's better. Now then, we're going to need another terminal, and we're going to need to be in the right directory. And we're going to need a library called Twitch. That is not how you spell Twitch. Twitch-irc-rs. Oh, apparently I've misspelled it. Certainly it looks like it. What is it called in the docs? Twitch IRC. Just Twitch IRC. Fair enough. Let's try that. Okay, so we've got by default Tokyo native TLS, Tokyo stream, Tokyo util. All right, seems reasonable. Hey, Flavius kid, how you doing? Welcome. Now, yeah, I'm just starting work on doing a bit of Twitch chat integration in Rust. And just going to have a look at simple connection to the chat. So we've already got various ways of retrieving a token and a couple of other tasks. Now we want to have a look at Twitch IRC. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, now let's have a look at how we can integrate this. Getting quite complex in the main function. We're going to have to want to refactor some of that soon. Okay, so we use a tracing subscriber, client config, and we specify a join as anonymous. And just wait for messages. All right. Sounds like a thing we can manage. So I think we'll put this in our run command. We've got a whole bunch of shit, basically. That's what happens when you prototype. So we've got server, which is our recipient server for the OIDC flow. And we've got WebSocket client, which I've turned off. Yeah, there's no reason why we can't still run that. But we do need to stop spamming the token to chat. That's a bad idea. Where do I do that? It'll be in a println somewhere. Oh, that's right. We do it in the error because Twitch is set up as a pass error to this library. Why do it in Rust? It's challenging. I do most of my development in Rust outside of work. I use the Bevy game engine for my game, and I want to get better at it. So I would definitely wouldn't say it's easier to do. I think it's interesting, but not easier. And I would like to learn more about Rust async and how Tokyo works and all that good stuff. So we're definitely going to not do that. I do like challenges. I think it's good to stretch yourself. Yes, it probably would be easier to consume an existing library, but this is not too bad. Let me just do that. Because as it stands, Twitch's implementation of OIDC is non-compliant and doesn't send back an error. It sends back what seems to be a pass error, but it's not. So to do Twitch's response is treated like an error, may need an upstream PR to Twitch, what's it called? RS, I think. No, API. Okay. All right. So let that just run anyway. There's no harm in it. And then let's go with get rid of those. So that works now. Now we'll go with async chat listener. Don't know if I need to change that a bit, but I don't know if it'll actually exit, but we just need to start it. We'll copy all this stuff in, and then we'll figure out exactly what we need to keep. All right, various undefined things, which it apparently can't find. So we'll get the imports. Okay, but still can't find tracing subscribe. What exactly is that? Is the question. Is that from this library? Huh. Using the tracing crate. Framework for instrumenting Rust programs to collect structured, event-based diagnostic information. All right. For expediency, let's just grab that. Still can't find it. Do I need this, or can I just skip past it for a minute? Join the chat as anonymous. Join the handle is Tokyo spawn async move. Now, I'm wondering if I want to actually do that up here. because that's where I'm spawning everything else. Feels sensible, but I'm not sure. Because potentially we could put this chunk in the same way we used our WebSocket listener, which is here, which is just a loop. Yeah. Maybe we should try and emulate the structure in our chat listener. Something like that. Don't need that. Really don't need much of any of that. I'm not sure that I need the Tokyo Select either, but let's just figure this out first. Get rid of that. All very rough before it becomes smooth, basically. Okay, so config is client config default. We create the client here. Consume incoming messages. But I'm just wondering if I create the client elsewhere and then pass this incoming messages to the listener. Let's see how that structure works out. We can always change it if it doesn't. So much shit we're going to have to tidy up, but it's okay. We're capable. We can do it. We can do it. Okay. So that's the router, that's the server, is Tokyo spawn, blah, blah, blah. WebSocket client would be Tokyo spawn there. So let's try just put everything down here. Incoming messages, yep. Then go back to chat listener. And basically yoink this up. Hey, Gunvoid Walker, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Especially given that we're so deep in the weeds right now. But we'll make it. It's going to be okay. Still getting my bearings here. The join handle is Tokyo spawn async move. See, what I'm thinking is I can go async move chat listener. I'm going to have to pass it incoming messages or a reference to it. I don't know if I need it to be mutable or not. It'll probably tell me anyway. And then just await that. Close that. Close that. How would that be? Zombie, how you doing? Good morning to you. It is dark in New Zealand in this daylight savings environment. How's your vertical jam going? No, listeners, that's not an ailment of any kind. He is indeed taking part in the vertical jam. Okay, so we could, in theory, get rid of this, and this, and this, and this. And now we need to modify this so that it takes a reference to, what do we call it? Incoming messages. It's going really well, surprisingly. I'm glad to hear it. I live vicariously through all you people that still do game jams. I'm too old and tired. Slash lame. What is the type of this thing? What is the type of this thing? This thing is a unbounded receiver server message. Cool. Okay, so we don't need to Tokyo spawn again. Essentially, what we're doing is that. But I think the actual joining of the this should take place up here. Only returns an error if the past channel login name is malformed, which it won't be. Okay, and then can't find value. Yeah, join handles. So keep the executor alive. If you return instead of waiting, the background task will exit. So again, this should be able to come back up here. And then I think we also want to do this. Right, and it's that, yeah, it's moved because of this. I wonder if I can get away without it. Hang on, let's try that. Can't find server message in scope. All right, that's okay. These are just errors. We can survive the errors. It's going to be okay. The errors are just errors. Which one do I need? Futures channel unbounded receiver or Tokyo sync unbounded receiver? Bloody hell. I'm going to go with futures, but I don't really know. You gotta love it when there's two types that are exactly the same name. And yeah, we've got a return out of here. And I assume we're not going to be throwing. Wait, what did I do? Oh, okay, maybe I used the wrong one then because it's saying there's no method name receive. All right, so which one do I actually want? The Tokyo one, probably. Hopefully, this does the trick. All right. The can't borrow it as mutable. Okay, so it did need to be mutable. Fair enough. So 30 needs to be mute, and this one also needs to be mutable. Am I right? Oh, oops. Okay, that got rid of all the error nastiness. Thank you, LSP. I don't think I need most of this. It's tempting to use a Tokyo Select, but I really thought that was if you had more than one future to deal with. More than one future. Doesn't that sound good? They're not a complex function, but let's first of all, does it just die as soon as you start it up? That's my question. Or does it even build? Okay, it's going through a bit of OECD nonsense. Oh, invalid client. I've had this error happen before. What was the cause? It was, do you know what? I don't even need the OECD stuff right now. This is a public Twitch channel after all. You don't exactly need to log in to view it. All right, so let's comment it out. Uh, yep, yep. Don't do this one. And don't do this one. And where is it that we actually send the request for a, yeah, there we go, authorize URL. Don't do that either. That should disable most of that good stuff. And now nothing happens at all. Okay, cool. Good to know. So let's see. It's probably something we're doing with the Tokyo stuff that is not happening the way it should be. Almost inevitably, since I'm still fumbling around with Rust async. It's interesting in Bevy. Oh, we got some ads. I'm going to take the opportunity to take a bite of my dinner. Back in 90 seconds. That was a delicious ad break. Excellent. All right. So nothing is happening. I do suspect that we're trying to adapt something, maybe overcomplicate something that didn't need to be overcomplicated. Let's take it back to its original example without adding the function, just to rule that out as the cause. I do love ruling out a good cause. I live to rule out causes. For example, let's go here, put that back in there, and get rid of that. And, excuse me, keep this. There's one other thing. Or we could get rid of this. And in fact, all of this. Thing is, we've got about 3 different things happening in this function, which increases the complexity somewhat. But that's okay. This is all just prototype. Wait, what? Oh, I see. This is the end of that. Incoming messages received. So we need that, and then that, and then we don't need that. Okay. Chat listener is never used. You are correct. Yeah, so then it was client join. Take me back to my example, please. Thank you. Incoming messages, blah, join handle, client join, and join handle await unwrap. Okay, that is basically what we've just done. So let's go ahead and just see if reverting to that structure helped us in any way. I mean, it's that time of the day. You have a bouncing dog. It's the Dexter walk hour. Actually, I was listening to Mordecai's stream during the day, and his cat is named Dexter. Yeah, I don't believe anything is happening. So, how can I debug this? Let's look into some of these individual structures a bit more. Time per message, connection rate limiter, new connection every blah, connect timeout, tracing identifier. Let's just see if there's any requirements for installation that we might have skipped over. Excuse me. Async runs using Tokyo, excellent. Run it with Cargo Runix simple listener. Doesn't seem complicated. Same example. Use a match to differentiate between server messages, blah, 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 logging in. OAuth tokens, which we know how to get now. Hooray. Automatically refresh tokens. That's handy. Feature flags. Well, I got to say that it doesn't look like a complicated installation. So I must be doing something else wrong. First of all, let's do something simple like just display the config. I'll make sure that's been created correctly. Oh, wow. Apparently I've been writing Python all day. Oh, hang on. Okay, we're getting there. Uh, Login Justin fan? Really? This is the default? Interesting. Token none, max channels, blah, 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 blah. All right. We don't need that. Twitch IRC client, secure TCP/T transport. While let's on message. Yeah, that's not a lot to go on, to be honest with you. Why don't we try running the example from the library itself, and just test that it works in its native state, basically. So we'll go get clone get at github.com. It's called Roboty twitch-irc-rs. Twitch-irc-rs. Okay, so we should be able to go cargo, run example, what's it called? Simple listener. So this listens to Soda Poppin stream. Okay. Really? A binary target must be available. I don't think I've seen that error before. Usually this lists them. Simple listener, yeah. What did I say? Oh, I see. I'm an idiot. Wow. Okay. Build, 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 build. Uh-huh. Well, that worked. Okay. Well, let's change the example to our channel. And I can only assume that I screwed something else up. That totally worked. Okay. So yeah, I must have screwed something else up. So hello, my terminal. And there it is. Okay, well, that seems perfectly reasonable. Let's grab one of these. And then figure out what the hell I did wrong. Okay, So we get a private message. Wonder why it's private. Channel ID, message text. Reply parent. I wonder why that would be. Oh, if they're maybe quoting someone or replying to someone. Didn't know you could. It's not really threaded, but so we get a whole bunch of information. Badge info, badge name broadcaster, badge name subscriber. Huh. Okay. What my host was. Nice. All right. That seems perfectly reasonable. So now we got to figure out is what I did. That means that it wasn't working. I'm assuming something to do with Tokyo. So let's have a little look. Maybe we just need to simplify everything. We've got a ton of stuff going on in here. So why don't we migrate all this out to main old RS, and then copy the new example in and start with that. Oh my God, what's happened to my scroll? Okay, so this is still the new one. All right, goodbye complexity. We can keep all of that stuff. Okay. All right. So we don't need received message. We just need that. And just confirm that that works, which it does. Cool. All right. Well, that's handy. I like being able to listen to the chat. Now, how do we sort out the noise from the stuff that we actually need? So we get Pong every now and again. Certainly don't want to be logging in as Justin Fan 12345. So maybe we should start there and sort out our own client config. And we'll finish with default. And then we'll go login credentials, which is an L. All right, login credentials. Okay. Which can be, I assume, various types. So let's go to our docs. What do we call it? Twitch IRC. Okay. Getting started, blah, blah, blah. Send messages. Oh, yeah, we should do that. Use the client handle you get from new. All right. Let's try doing that before we go any further. Um, Client, say, base to owned. This is a robot. Wait, right. Well, nothing happened there. Um, and why? Why, pray tell? Hmm, that's interesting. I wonder why it didn't work. Let's have a quick look. What do you mean it doesn't exist? There it is. Say a chat message in the given Twitch channel. Automatically prevents commands from being executed. Hmm, wonder why it didn't say anything. These messages are usually shown in Twitch chat in italics or in the bot's name color, blah, blah. Hmm. Oh, my chat is not follower only, but I think you have to have confirmed email. I could change that. I bet that's what it is. Um, Moderation, right? No. Stream. Latency mode, VOD settings, clip settings, permissions, raids. Where is it? Oh, what's the right setting? Hmm. It's got to be in here somewhere. Manage goals, string together, shield mode, snooze ads, manage poll. Oh, learn to control Twitch. All right, Twitch chat settings. Where? Uh, hmm. It's not follower only. This is more from a user point of view. Where is it? Brand, schedule, featured content, social links, blah, blah. Currently blocking hyperlinks. Ban chatters. Here we go. Chat verification. All chatters must have a verified email. Email verification off. Phone number verification off, just for now. Yeah, let's see if that was the issue. All right, try again. Nope, that wasn't it. Damn. Um, hmm. Is there such a thing as anonymous setting? Non-mod chat delay. My overall safety rating's already in the red. Unban requests. Subscribers only chat is off. Mods can pin messages. No, there's nothing else really that could stop it from working. Confusing. Tell you what, let's just really push the boat out just in case I'm missing it somewhere. So every time we see a message come through, oh right, we can't use it because we're inside a Tokyo spawn. At least not yet. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. Um, I mean, we haven't joined the channel by that stage, so there's no point in sending. I wonder if it's happening so fast. Yeah, I don't know. We got ads. So I'm actually wondering if we're joining it so fast, or we issued this command so fast after the join that it's just a timing issue. Um, hmm, emote only is sum zero. Hmm, do I see my message anywhere in the spam? Um, robot? No. Okay. Well, that's perplexing. I wonder if there's anything in the issues that addresses this. Nope. Excuse me. Too much dinner too quickly. Hmm. Don't think that's anything to do with me. So why wouldn't I see a message? Do I have to authenticate as someone? Is that the problem? Priv message type. If you want to just send a normal chat message, say should be preferred. Prevents commands like ban from accidentally being executed. Hmm. Well, that's all we're doing. And the example is client say channel name message. Oh wait, unwrap. And it's presumably not um, erroring, otherwise the unwrap would panic. Um, yeah, it doesn't even seem to show up in this, which surprises me. Hmm, how do I troubleshoot that? What happens if we execute a whole bunch of them in sequence? I'm always tempted to delay them by like 5 seconds apiece. Since you don't really want them all firing off at once. Um, actually, it might not appear. No, it should appear in here, surely. Okay, first rule out. Make sure we're getting messages the other way. Yep. All right. How do we do a timeout in a Tokyo context? So, ChatGPT, do your thing. Synthesize Google for me. Demonstrate waiting 5 seconds before taking an action in Rust. Do any changes need to be made when in a Tokyo async context? Okay. Of course, we're not actually in an async main, are we? Oh, yes, we are. My bad. Use Tokyo time self. Oh, right. Okay. So something like um, time sleep, time duration from sex5. Oh, yeah. And there's a resulting value which apparently we're ignoring. Oh, wait, right. Okay. Just to rule out the idea that that actually, hang on. Join handle await. Oh, does that mean we need to use that before we issue any chat commands? Huh, that would be funny. No, that doesn't sound right. Where's my example? If you return instead of awaiting, the background task will exit. Anyway, we may as well put it hmm, put it here just to rule that out. I don't think that's the issue. And in fact, it might prevent the chat from executing. No, I've changed my mind. And if this doesn't work, then I don't know what's next. All right. Well, we can receive but we can't send. We can leave, but we can't check out. Weird. Wonder why. Hmm. I also have my ad sign up still, which is terribly unprofessional of me. That's another thing we need to automate. Now, what would cause this not to work, and why are we not getting an error? Result or option? Yeah, I mean, you're right. So let's get rid of this unwrap business, which we're gonna avoid anyway. We'll go async function run, transfer all of this to here, and then how do we do this in the other one? Main old. Where's my main function? Oh yeah, run away. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Except it does need to return a result. And we may as well bring IR back in. That was pretty useful. Result IR. Wait, is it IR report or yeah? Yeah, so this needs to also return. I want to say you can just do IR result. Result IR error, which is quite hard to say. IR error. Seems to me. Right, so now we can just return OK from here. And we can start using await properly. So that means 33. And this one, no, not that one. This one. And that one. And that. Somewhat repetitive. We might as well get rid of the rest of these. Okay. And the last thing well, first of all, let's make sure that still works. So look at the setting. Room state message. And we may as well get the join message as well. Hey, Mr. Birchek, how you doing? Welcome. We are, as usual, in the weeds, trying to understand why we can't send messages to the channel. Okay, room state and join messages. Let's look at the structure of those. Now, we should be able to, I could probably, for example, import join message. No, I think not. We don't do that. We are same. I'm to programming on Bevy, use Arch, but with Hyperland. Oh, nice. Very cool. I don't think I've come across Hyperland. Possibly. Dynamic tiling Wayland compositor. Oh, okay. So it's a bit flashier than Sway. Cool. Very pretty. And near Vim too. Nice. Yes, there are a few near Vim streamers out there. So this is channel login, user login, source. All right. Oh no. Where was this? Got all the spammer. Can you check my repo? Interested in your opinion. Yeah, sure. I have links disabled at the moment, but if you just put your GitHub handle in there, I'll be able to find it, I'm sure. Damn it. Here we go. All right, so wonder if it'll format it for me. Probably not. Let foo equals. No. Okay, so join message, channel login, user login, which is the default, believe it or not. It's still censoring that for me. I don't know how to change that setting right now, and although I can find out later, but can you just type the name of your GitHub user, and I'll be able to go to your account? Like, obviously, not your password or anything like that. It thinks whatever you typed was a URL. IRC message. Okay. Do you mind if it's on the stream? Cute. Um, cool. You're probably way ahead of me in terms of talking to Twitch. Nice. Wow, this looks really detailed. Cool. Well, you put a lot of work into this, that's for sure. Nice. Let's see. Some Python. Wasm and Bevy, cool. And C++ with Qt. We're all over the place. Sweet. I'll put that aside to have a look at. Well, it's very thorough. Okay, so why are we not getting messages sent? Hey, Nympher, how you doing? Okay, so join command and then room state. Emote only is false. Slow mode is 0 nanoseconds. Subscribers only is false. What am I developing now? So we're looking at how Twitch chat interaction works using twitch-irc, which is a Rust library. And it claims that you can send messages to the chat using this, but so far we've only been able to receive messages. So still figuring out why that's not working. You're at work, Nymphery. Nice. Okay, subs only is 0. Emote only is 0. Room ID, slow is 0. Followers only is -1 for some reason. R9K, I have no idea what that is, but it's 0. And a prefix. So there's nothing that I can think of. We turned off you must have a confirmed email in order to chat. And we turned off you must have a confirmed phone ID in order to chat. I don't think that was actually on. But I'm wondering if maybe those changes only take effect when you restart the stream or something like that. Because no, so I don't think that this is the IRC part of it. So it uses Twitch IRC. Sorry, we just got some ads. Right. Okay. So there's a few different pieces to the puzzle. So we've got twitch-irc, which is just the IRC portion of it, just the chat portion of it. But there's also a library called docs-rs Twitch API. The Twitch API does Helix and Event Sub. So I've also got that installed in another part of the application. I'm just trying to get all the pieces kind of working together. And then we've got, for an encore, we've got docs-rs Open ID Connect. And that will get you an OAuth token. So that's what all that mess, I don't know if you saw the mess that I was working with at the start, but I had about 3 different libraries competing for prime time in the same source file. But hopefully, eventually, all of these things will work together. So Event Sub for all kinds of events, twitch-irc for chat, and OpenID Connect for getting the token. So yeah, we're all we're all over the place. But at the moment, we're working on the IRC portion, and I don't particularly understand why this isn't working, except to say that possibly it doesn't like anonymous chatters. That's the only thing I can think of. Unless I've misunderstood something fundamental. You have a nice day. You have to go back to work. Hey, I really appreciate you stopping by. Good luck with your project. It looks really interesting. Um, yeah. So I don't know why that wouldn't work. It's not throwing, or it's not erroring out. Otherwise, we'd get some kind of error, and we don't. So it thinks that it's sending the message, presumably. Unless these messages are somehow too short, that makes absolutely no sense. But you know what? Let's try it. This is definitely not too short. I can see. This is confusing, but we shall persevere. Unless the time sleep is not doing what I think it's doing. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Uh, yep, instantaneous. So I guess I'm misunderstanding something about where these things need to go. Because it seems like if this wasn't working as intended, then someone would have complained by now. So I must just not understand it yet. I could log in. I don't particularly want to right now, but I could. Drop all clones of the twitch-irc client handle. Transport TCP. What else is in the examples? Metrics RS. Metrics collection feature flag. Yeah, I mean, no. Why don't we try seeing if we can find some samples on GitHub. So Twitch, IRC-RS, various source files, a couple of clones, a mildly useful Twitch IRC bot, general purpose bot written in Rust, and we'll search that repo for client say. Nope. What about just say? Reply to priv message. Or we could try using priv message instead. Maybe for some reason say isn't working for us. It can be a normal chat message or a chat command. All right, so it's basically the same. Let's give it a crack. Nope. Mine was a priv message. But it does not seem capable of sending anything. Bummer. Well, what about this could I be missing? So it could be that it needs to happen within the Tokyo spawn. That feels kind of unlikely. But what if we set up something in response? So client, it said that client could be, I think it said client could be cloned. Oops. Let's have a look. The Twitch IRC client handle can also be cloned and then used from multiple threads. All right. Excuse me. So first of all, let's just try message. How do we get just the message? Message text, maybe? Hmm. Um, yeah, I don't need to manually pass anything. It looks like it's also available down here. Oh, I see. It's actually a prove message. Okay. Um, there was a thing for mapping. Yeah, here we go. So match message. Yep. So let's go like that. Just for a modification. Simplify some of this noise that we're getting. All right, we do actually have to have a message. Nice, okay. So now, um, if message sender name equals basic, client clone, say basic to owned, hey basic to owned. I'm going to say await. Right, so I can't do that. Can I do that? Yes. I thought I could clone. Consider cloning the value if the performance cost is acceptable. I did. I thought. Do I have to assign it to something else? Let new client equals client clone. I don't see why this would be necessary. Unused result, sure. Maybe unwrap. I don't know that I would want. I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay, let's try that again. Nope. Are we even hitting this block? I keep doing that. Yeah, it's completely unable to send anything in response. And we'll try one more time with priv message. Man, this is annoying. There's really no particular way that I can see to understand how to debug it. I presume it's got something to do with the anonymous user we're sending messages as. Yep. Okay. Well, we have to rule that out then. So I need to go obtain a token and then maybe log in as somebody else. So let's try that. I will do that part of it off stream. And that will take me a moment. So I need to remember how. I'm sure I've done it before using curl. Twitch OIC curl. Pretty sure there's a series of commands down the bottom here. Actually, maybe it was not for OIDC, maybe it was just for regular OAuth. Somewhere here. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, client ID, which I need to go look up. Pretty sure I put it in my 1Password, and I did. Delete that. And then scopes, what do I need? I think just email, right? Channel read, chat edit, maybe. I don't mind giving it those scopes. So channel, moderate, chat, edit, chat, read. And is that all? Client ID, location. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay. Device code, verification URI. So I have to go to the verification URI. Invalid scope requested. Okay, I must have put it wrong. What about chat read? How do I specify scopes and line? Is the question. Oh, scope, channel manage, polls, plus. Oh, maybe plus? Okay, let's try that. Replace commas with pluses. Invalid scope requested. Maybe I just can't request moderate. Try getting rid of that. Sorry, dogs. Okay, sorry about that loud barking noise. All right, so we'll try it without moderate and try the URI one more time. Invalid scope requested. Damn. Maybe it needs to be URL encoded. Right. So How do I specify? You know what? Let's get ChatGPT to format it for me. Maybe I'll learn something. Demonstrate a curl command to Twitch's OAuth to device endpoint with enough requesting enough scope to post messages to chat. Yeah, that's what I asked for. Oh, it's a space. All right, let's try that. Programming hard. Activate your device. Ah, here we go. Now we're talking. Wants to access your account, blah, blah. Authorize, yes. Okay. So where's my token? That was weird. The server sends the authorize. Ah, sends it to the bloody redirect URI. Damn it. Which I'm not running right now. All right, what about just getting like a client OAuth token? Send a post. All right. Let's try this. Maybe this is what we need. So instead of that, we'll send a curl request to the endpoint OAuth2 token. Hang on a sec.
You don't have to do that.
Hang on a sec. Okay. So OAuth2 token client ID and grant type. Oh, I need client secret in this flow. Okay. Right, this is post. Let's just get GPT to format it for us again. Let's try a post request to auth to token, including client ID and secret. Yep, yep, yep. That grant type looks weird. That says device code. No, no, no. But the rest of it's right. That's probably not right. I think it's just making shit up again. So we will use a partial answer from ChatGPT. Yep, the rest of it looks okay. My client ID is that. Not terribly riveting viewing, I do apologize. But I probably shouldn't be displaying the client secret for the application on screen. And the grant type is client credentials. Yeah, I'm not sure if I've got this formatted right, but let's find out. Oh, yep, that's an access token, which we will put in an environment variable. And then we'll clear the chat history. Okay, now we should be able to use it. Right. So we've put it in main old, run. We put it in Twitch OAuth 2 token. Missing token. All right. Module env, right? Because that's system env, right? Use standard env. Yeah. And this is token. And then client config is going to become something different. Let's go with login credentials. And then default. Just look up what those are supposed to be. So logging in, static login config credentials, your bot name, and OAuth token. Now, your bot name, is that the name of the application or the name of a different account that's being used as a bot? I do not know, but let's try the application name first. If not, I may have just authorized it to act as me, so I could just put my name. I don't know if that would work. So let login credentials equals static login credentials. Login name and some auth token. Okay, so new let's go with hello went bot, which is the name of the application. I tried to add one to the name of a separate account, but unfortunately, Twitch has paused authorizing app accounts for a little while. I don't know why. I got this one under the radar before that happened, so we'll just have to go with it. Actually, probably don't need two owned in that case. And login credentials. What am I missing? Okay. Maybe it doesn't have default implemented. Client config new simple. All right. All right, that seems remarkably simple. Let's try it. Well, it's not doing anything at all now. Okay. Um, I feel like it would have been nice to get some kind of error message. Why don't we try all unrecognized message. Login unsuccessful. Okay, good to know. Why don't we try logging in as me? Because I'm pretty sure I gave myself permission. Nope. Bugger. Hmm. Maybe it can't use client credentials. Maybe it's got to be a device. Looks like it's continuously trying. Or maybe it only makes two attempts. Nope, there it goes again. Hmm. Bugger, eh? Because a key part of this is being able to respond. And I do not seem to be able to. Maybe I should take this back to say, not that that really matters in this current condition. Yeah. So your bot name doesn't say what the error was, does it? Nope. Hmm. All right. Let's see if there are any issues related to authentication. Nothing about the credentials. Nope. What about login unsuccessful? Nothing. These are all enhancements, probably from the maintainer. Can't join channels anymore. Client join is returning okay. Firewall. This crate emits debug and error messages via tracing. Oh, which I turned off. It's quite easy to have them displayed in your application. Twitch-irc debug. Okay, maybe this will tell us why we're not sending messages. Now, we had problems with this before, so tracing subscriber. Still can't find it. Hmm. Do I have to enable it as a feature, maybe? Feature flags to reduce compile time and binary size. Where are your feature flags? Here we go. Mostly transports. Do I have to turn tracing on? Or do I have to install tracing separately? So tracing subscriber. Examples, config. It's in client config. Tracing crate. Okay. But presumably you do have to install tracing, right? Yeah, and then I guess import it, but it doesn't seem to know about it. Tracing subscriber. Oh, it's a crate. So do I install tracing subscriber, or is it already included? Well, that made it happy, but I don't know if it's going to work. So how did they actually import it? Oh, they imported it already, but set Rust log to twitch-irc equals debug. Rust log twitch IRC debug, like that. Well, it's a lot of debug. Pinger task, message forwarder, outgoing messages forwarder, incoming messages forwarder, incoming messages forwarder ended. Error, client loop. Full connection 0 has failed due to error removing it. Remote server unexpectedly closed connection. Yep. Full connection 1 has failed. Full connection 2 has failed. Previously was joined to one channel, rejoining them. Seems to be pretty efficient at re-adding them, but I don't know why they're failing so consistently. Like each cycle. Is that just because of the login fail? I don't know, man. Yeah, it's pretty confusing. Wonder how I could resolve it. I may need to punt on this issue until I can really try it with the login credentials. I mean, maybe it's just that the token is expiring. He paused in silent thought. Is it possible that that token doesn't have what I think it does in it? Maybe I'll just take that off stream and check. To token. No, it looks right. And what's the expiry? What's the typical expiry for a Twitch token? Oh, that's an ad break again. Sorry about that. Refresh tokens don't expire. What about access token? 3 hours. Regular user tokens live for 4 hours. So that can't be the issue. It could just be something I'm fundamentally misunderstanding about the library. But it would be nice to see the login be successful. Maybe I'm just not logging in as the right user. What if I log in as, right, that's the end of those ads. Just clear this terminal window. I'm just wondering if I log in as a name that's guaranteed to be unique. Perhaps. The only other thing I can think of is that it's a clash with an existing username. Oh, whoops. Pretty sure there's no base unique. Login unsuccessful. So the only thing I can think of is that the client token is not sufficient for this. Let's see if it gives us some kind of guidance as to what sort of token is acceptable. Whenever a new connection is made, error type that can occur, get credentials. Provided as convenience for your own implementations, getting the initial token after user authorization has been granted. Huh. Take me back to the beginning. Static login credentials. For this, enable one of the refreshing token feature flags and use refreshing login credentials. Yeah. Update token. Bot's username will be fetched based on your access token. Need to have initial access and refresh tokens present in your storage. Fetch these using the OAuth authorization flow. Yeah. Get access token response helper. Yeah. None of this explains why the initial token isn't working. Does it need a device token rather than a client token? My brain is full. I wish there was an easier way to get more information about why it's failing. I wonder if I could attempt an ordinary API call using curl. It might give me a bit more information using those tokens. So Twitch, curl, send, chat message. Send chat message. What kind of token? User write chat. User bot. Either an app access token or a user access token. And either channel bot scope from broadcaster or moderator status. Bloody hell. The bearer token, client ID, content type, broadcaster ID, sender ID. So broadcaster ID is me. Sender ID could also potentially be my account. And that would at least prove that the token is valid. Once again, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to do that on stream. We'll kill that, take it over here, and do something like this. Change the bearer token. To Twitch OAuth 2 token. Client ID from 1Password. Not that it's really a 1Password secret, but what the hell. Now, what's my broadcaster ID? Is the question. Broadcaster ID. Use the user token against the user's endpoint to get the user object for that token. And further down the rabbit hole we go. So that's API Twitch TV Helix users. So that means we won't send a body, we'll use a GET request instead. .404 because I sent it to the wrong place. Unauthorized invalid token, which probably means I couldn't pull it out of bash. Let's try that again. Header authorization bearer. Header client ID. And just grab the token. Flat Twitch radio, you can't see what's going on. I know there are tools that hide these things from terminals. I've got one that works kind of in Vim, but not so much in the terminal. I've been able to do most of this development without hiding it, just through the use of one password and environment variables. The ID or login query parameter is required unless the request uses a user access token. Oh, well, maybe I'm not using a user access token. Hmm. 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 Well, I don't think I'm going to make any further progress on that right now. I think I might need to ask some questions of the maintainers and or get a good supply chain for tokens going. And I think probably the way to do that is to bring my OADC token flow back in to the application so that I've always got a reliable token to work with. And I think attach it to an application on the robot user, on the bot user. And I can't do that until Twitch start authenticating, reviewing applications again. I wonder when that's going to be. Twitch pause application reviews. That is not what I'm looking for. Twitch developer applications. Your console. Register your applications. Oh, they've taken away the warning now. I wonder if that means that it's done or if I've just closed it. We're talking about, don't think there's any revealing information there. Talking about this screen. There was a big warning up here that said they weren't reviewing any further ones. Yep, I'll do a bit more research and see what I can come up with. But in the meantime, I will send you wonderful people to another streamer. And we will send you, who can we send you to? Oh, Beaks, of course. Naturally, the Beakster. Thanks very much for hanging out with me while I try and troubleshoot all this nonsense. Beaks will look after you. He's a good lad.